All right, my Pisces. Pisces sun, moon, and rising. This is your May 2020 reading. Oh, wow. Interesting. All right. So based off of your tarot cards. All right. So for May, I mean, it kind of says that we have 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and then right to the Magician. So I'm sensing for a lot of you Pisces in May, a lot of you are going to really find yourself coming into your own power. And that in part of May is going through this transition. If you haven't already, you will start it in May, where it's almost this embarking of, I'm definitely finding it almost like emotional healing. Definitely some internal healing, but I definitely think through this process and healing and transformation that it's going to, you're going to come into almost your inner power. Like if you look at the Magician in here, like she just is like, I don't care what anyone thinks. I am my own boss. Like she just does not give a you know what. And I feel for a lot of you, you're going to have this beautiful transformation of coming into your own power. Maybe some of you will start getting into spirituality. Maybe some of you will get into the occult. Maybe start reading tarot, start getting into witchcraft. I'm also seeing that. And actually through that, for some of you, if that going into that path in May, you're going to find yourself, your inner power, your what you were always supposed to be. That for some reason that term was coming into my mind. Like you're gonna come into your own power because this is who you're supposed to be. Maybe for some of you, this is just a general reading, but maybe for some of you, you guys were magical practitioners or witches in past lives, or you come from a long line of ancestors, like a hereditary witch. I definitely see in May for a fair amount of you, for a lot of you, that you're going to go into this transformation. And it's very much, I feel like it's very much like a spiritual awakening. It's definitely an emotional healing and transformation. Let's get some specifics, some clarifications. Oh, cards are going crazy. Let's try that again. All right, so we have autumn, release the old and rest, and see your seeds grow. Yeah, so kind of a confirmation right there. You're going to be growing in your knowledge, growing as a person, and maybe for some of you into your maturity, growing into yourself, accepting yourself, accepting who you are as a person, the differences, the quirkiness, or whatever it may be. Or whatever, whatever the seeds you may have been putting into your life for, like, just kind of learning who you are and becoming your full self, and maybe even in some cases, even just like some overall like manifestations, whether they're career, love, whatever. I think you're starting to see in the month of May just how powerful you really are in cultivating, your dream life. And with autumn, release the old and rest. For this, I just see that part of in May, if you not have already started, a lot of that will be ignited through just kind of letting go what no longer serves you, or habits or the things that were holding you back or limiting beliefs, I definitely see it in May, if not had already, and already seen the manifestations. You're going to be planting these seeds, and you're also releasing what no longer serves you, and you're going to start seeing this change, radical change within yourself right away. Let's see in regards of like any sort of advice in regard or actions. Follow the signs once again. Yeah, just becoming much more in tune with your intuition, becoming much more psychically inclined, spirit's with you. And with this, immortality. Oh wow, so right away I'm getting from that by itself, a lot of you, I feel a lot of you might be old souls. A lot of you might be indigo children, or light workers. I feel the sense I'm getting is you've lived many lifetimes and you have a bigger role in this lifetime than you realize, and you've been training for it for 4 lifetimes. Maybe for some of you on different planets, different lives, different realities, depending on how woo-woo or how spiritual you are and what you believe in. But I just get the sense that you're tapping into your purpose. You're tapping into your dharma, what it is that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime on this planet right now. You came to Earth for this reason, for this purpose. And I think in May, you're going to start tuning in, if not discovering what your purpose is. Let's see if there's any messages from the Divine Masculine. Surrender. Yeah, kind of what I'm seeing from release the old and surrender. I think part of, a lot of this can, I think, be very daunting. And I think in regards of what I'm seeing there in May is learning to trust. I think for some of you, if this isn't quite resonating, this is kind of particular in a lot of senses, but I think for even just like overall, with just how chaotic life has been as of lately, that it's really hard to how are we going to come out of certain things? Like, how are we going to become stronger and better? Like, what's our world going to be after everything? And I think with this, it's definitely saying to surrender and to, let go of that need of needing to know and needing to know the outcome, and just trust the process, and that everything in due time is, happens in some way, shape, or form for a reason, and to just trust and to surrender all need for control and letting go, and to just be present in the moment, and that the answers will come to you in due time, and that there will always be signs for you. And I think for a lot of you, you will be, it's also a message in May to pay more attention to those signs that they may be sending to you. Let's see what our Divine Feminine has to say. So inexperience. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting on this vibe for some of you, so I'm almost seeing like a spectrum in regards of to take your time with this process, kind of this change and with this awakening, for some of you that are going through that, or even just for the general people who are also, kind of with the whole surrender thing is kind of, that understanding of in due time, that inexperience where it might just kind of be like where you're feeling overwhelmed or you're just not understanding. And it's just the idea of you will understand in due time, and to just take a moment to kind of step back. And also in regards of, for some of you, if it's something, if you're diving into something new, to take your time and to not rush the process as well. Nothing is worse, especially, if you dive into like spirituality, tarot, to if, you know, or whatever endeavor that might be new for you. So not even just like spiritual endeavors, but even if you guys, you know, this is a general reading, but for whatever you might decide to take on, that's a new hobby or a new skill, to not feel the need to rush the process and to take your time with it, and that in due time, see your seeds grow. So I feel with these two here, you know, whatever new you're starting in your life, you know, whatever that skill or that hobby or whatever it may be, even if it's a new job or something in May, to let it take the time to grow and to expand. And that with that patience, in due time, like, you will see the results you want. Let's see if there's anything else going on energetically, maybe some blockages that we're not aware of. Just overall energy. Holistic health. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense with everything going on. That card's come up quite a couple of times. And determination. Okay, yeah, so I think for a lot of you, kind of what we were saying earlier, you know, that determination of wanting to achieve something, wanting something to come into your life quickly and fast as possible, kind of that whole surrendering. You got to surrender to the process. And while it's still good to have that focus and determination and trying to achieve what it is you want to achieve, that you also need to know that you can't rush the process either. And if anything, it might even be worse if you try to rush it, and it might even backfire. So you just have to trust the process. And in regards of health, I think for a lot of you, you will be very health conscious, beyond just what's going on. I do also think for some of you that, you know, you're just going to be much more keen to paying attention to these things and to really be focusing on what you're eating, what you're drinking, and working out. And yeah, so I definitely see for a lot of you in May, just having healthier habits and healthier lifestyle overall, getting into better shape. You're just going to be much more attuned to your physical health. I mean, and of course, you know, overall health, you know, you should also pay attention to, you know, your mental, spiritual, and emotional health. But I'm definitely feeling for you Pisces in particular, I'm sensing an emphasis on your physical health. As you know, of course, mental and emotional come in hand, but definitely physical is definitely pointing out for me. Let's see if there's anything else for you guys. Planning. Now is the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more likely. Yeah, so kind of tying in with the spring card. You know, this is the time to plant those intentions, you know, start those new beginnings and let them sprout, let them grow, and you can't rush the process. So this is definitely, I'm seeing in May, like, so I definitely see a lot of new beginnings, a lot of different new beginnings, new skills, or perhaps new school, or whatever it might be. I'm seeing a lot of different changes, different embarking on new experiences, new adventures, new jobs, new schools, new skills, or even just like self-education, just a change, you know, and evolving in your spirituality. Essentially, the overall message I'm seeing here is to just, you plant the seeds, you nurture them, you take care of them, but you let them grow the way they're supposed to, and surrender any sort of need for control or rushing the process. But I think that's it for you guys. Thank you guys so much. I really hope that resonated with you and that you guys got something out of it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below so that I can see if this resonated with you, if you got something out of it, and to also leave any sort of future video suggestions. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.